And, when you have the White House switchboard and certain other cell phone numbers connected to Bianca Garcia, that is a link that needs to be investigated. The thread that needs to be pulled is identifying all the White House numbers and why we have certain specific people, why they were talking to the White House.
Specific White House phone records are kept secret to protect every administration. But in his book, The Breach, Riggleman wrote he begged the committee to push harder to identify numbers that showed up on the monster.
I was one of those individuals, sadly, at the beginning, where I was very, very aggressive about these link connections, getting those White House phone numbers.
Did you express those concerns to the committee at the time?
Yes.
What was the response?
The response was, go forth and just do the best you can with the resources that we have.
Riggleman requested $3.2 million, but only received a fraction of that. His team burrowed into the data. The mother lode dropped into their laps, not just phone records, but more than 2,000 actual texts to and from Mark Meadows, former President Trump's chief of staff. There were numbers, but no names. So, Riggleman told us, his team made a giant spreadsheet, painstakingly identifying the people behind each number. And when they did, they were privy to the real-time thoughts of Trump family members, former cabinet secretaries, members of Congress, conspiracy mongers, even a Supreme Court justice's wife.
You've called the texts from President Trump's chief of staff, Mark Meadows, the crown jewels. Why?
It was a roadmap. It showed actually the evolution of the beginning arguments from alternate electors all the way through rally planning, all the way to day of. It showed conspiracy theories. It showed the saturation of QAnon.
How'd you get them?
He gave them up.
Do you think it was a mistake?
If you go back to the simplest explanation, I think he wanted to give up some of his text messages. By the way, this is a caveat. We don't know if we got them all. But what we got is pretty valuable.
You have said these texts provide irrefutable, time-stamped proof of a comprehensive plot at all levels of government to overturn the election. Irrefutable.
Irrefutable. Early in the text messages, they were talking about alternate electors, I think as soon as November 5th or November 6th.
Right off the bat.
Come on. Right off the bat.